Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to be doing a video where I am using my favorite products. I'm also going to be doing one of my favorite looks that I always go for, and I guess just kind of having a bit of a chit chat because I haven't really done that for a little while. And yeah, that's pretty much it today. So if you guys want to see what my favorite products are, my go-to look, and just to kind of have a nice chilled out video, then please keep watching. All right, so I'm going to start with my brows. Now, this is going to kind of be a little bit questionable because this is not a favorite product, but this is actually a new product that I have been wanting to try because I just got it in the mail and I'm really excited. And I'm sorry that I'm not using my favorite eyebrow product. My favorite one, however, are the Essence Stylist Kit set thingy, which you guys always see me use, and then also the Benefit Brow Pomade. These are my favorite things for my eyebrows, but I have something new today. So the new one is the Benefit Brow Zing, and I have been wanting this for a little while. Sephora sent me a voucher to use because they have not been my friend lately. And I got the shade 6 because I have black eyebrows, and if I use anything that is like brown, soft brown, medium brown, whatever, it goes orange on my eyebrows. So I have to use the darkest damn shade, and that is never easy to find with some brands. This one comes with a wax and then also a powder, and I love wax and I love powders. Apparently this one is kind of like a pomade, so it does have like a bit of color to it, which I'm very excited for. It does come with like a little brush thingy that you can fold out and some tweezers. I'm not going to use those. I am just going to use my tools. So let's just try this out. Ignore my pimples. I have broken out like no tomorrow because I am no longer on the pill. And that was the whole reason why I went on the pill, was because of my skin. But I've been on the pill for like 5 years and I needed a break. So I've come off that and it shows. Like, what? This one is so bad. It's like made my top lip so swollen. It's ridiculous. But anyways, moving on. So I'm gonna go in with the wax first. Oh, it's like very smooth and creamy. Oh my god, the brush just attacked me. It actually like does fill them in, but like in a very natural way, and it's so easy to use. It's so like creamy, but it's a very controlled creamy. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the powder, and I'm guessing this should just stick to it really well. It's so pigmented as well, like you can really see the pigment when I overdraw my eyebrow, because I always overdraw that outer corner, always. That's so nice. Oh my god, I love this. This is really good. Okay, well, apart from accidentally overdrawing my eyebrow a little bit too much on that side, which I'm going to fix, I really like that. Really like it. Okay, moving on to my favorite concealer to carve out my eyebrows. I have the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Vanilla. So I'm just going to use that to carve them out. Okay, so my next favorite eyebrow product, I usually use this at the end, but I'll just show it now. It's the L'Oreal Brow Plumper, and this is something I always put in my eyebrows afterwards. Usually when I finish my makeup, and sometimes before and after, I guess. It just really depends, because I like to use this when I finished using like my powder products and stuff like that, because then this removes like a lot of the powder buildup. Okay, so now that we've kind of moved on to the face for a little bit, I guess I can chat a little bit more now that I'm not so focused on my eyebrows, even though I'm not very happy with them. I feel like this one's, I don't know, this one's having a moment. Moving on to my primer. This has been my favorite for a little while now. It is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer. I've loved this primer like since the moment I got it. So I use it on camera, off camera. So what can we talk about? I feel like there's not a lot to talk about, to be honest. I mean, like, I haven't been filming as much lately. That's just because I've had a lot going on in my life at the moment, which is definitely very, very personal, and I don't think I'm ever going to talk about it on here because it doesn't need to be spoken about. Some of you probably already know, you've probably noticed. And if you do know, then you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. I feel like that's such an annoying thing when you're watching like a YouTube video and then someone's talking about something that's happened in their life, but then they go, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. I'm like always watching those videos and I'm the type of person that never knows, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, I just get so invested with certain things. So like, I just sometimes just really want to know, but I'm sorry that I'm going to be that person. So that is the primer on, and honestly, this is definitely my favorite. I am not just saying that. I love the way it makes my skin look and feel. It's not a heavy primer. I love the way it kind of neutralizes my skin tone and kind of makes everything else look a little bit more calming, like my pimples. And I just love the way a lot of my foundations apply over the top of it. So that's the main reason why I mostly use it. For my foundation, this has been my favorite foundation like the moment I got it. It is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Santa Fe. I'm finally using the bottle. I threw my sample out because I was like, you know what, this has been opened a million times. Air has gotten to it. My beauty blender's been going in there like 10,000 times, like into the sample pot. I love this because you only need like such a small amount to cover your face. So that side is already covered. Normally I use a decent amount of this, but I don't really feel like going too heavy at the moment. Oh, I know one thing I can talk about. I finally got a new piercing. Finally. So I've always loved piercings. I've just always had a big love for them. I think they're a great way of expressing yourself. Not everyone will agree. That's cool. I want multiple piercings, but I'm scared to get half of them. Some of them I probably will never get because just the thought of a needle going through particular parts of your body is like, no, I can't do it. But the new one I got is this one right here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I got my rook piercing done. I hope that you guys can see it. My cartilage at the front here is quite large, so it really like covers the piercing, but that's fine by me. I don't really care if no one sees it because it was for me in the first place. I don't get piercings for other people. Honestly, it was like the easiest piercing I've ever got in my entire life. I feel like even like my lobes hurt more only because I got my lobes done with a gun. I know. If you're wanting to get your rook, get it because it's so easy and I'm such a sook with pain. So that is my foundation done. Honestly, I love this foundation so freaking much. I love how natural it can look. So this is still a very full coverage foundation, but I love how lightweight it is. You don't feel anything. You can build it up to be very, very full coverage, which is what I normally do. So for my concealer, I have not used this in a little while, purely for the fact that I've been trying out so many other concealers, but this is my favorite. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I can't remember products by name, I just know what they look like. I have mine in the shade Custard, and this is my favorite. This is so full coverage. A lot of people probably only recommend using this for like spot concealing. Not me. I put this crap all under my eyes because it is just so good at covering up my under eye bags. as you can see. So now that we have done the concealer and the foundation, obviously it's time to set the face. I have two favorite powders. My first one is my Coty Airspun, and I normally just use this underneath my eyes and my smile lines and a tiny bit on my forehead because it really helps with the creasing. And then I go in over the rest of my face with the Australis Fresh and Flawless, and this shade I have here is Deep Natural. And then I'm just going to go straight in with the Coty Airspun, go underneath my eyes and go back and forth just to make sure all areas are filled in. For my eyelids, I do go in and set those. So before I do that, I'm just going to get rid of any creasing. And then sometimes I like to go in with my favorite under eye setting powder. This is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, and I love to use this on top of my eyelids. So with the rest of my face, obviously my favorite thing to contour is the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I always use the powdered side. I love this so much. I just find that it blends super, super well. Okay, so time to bronze. I have two favorite bronzers, and these are something that I use all the time. So the first one is the Benefit Hoola bronzer, no shock there. But then the other one, which is a bronzer topper for me, this is a highlighter, but I actually love it so much as a bronzer topper. It is the MAC Gold Deposit. This is like my favorite thing to put on top of a bronzer. I usually like to use my bronzer as my blush as well, so I will just apply it to the apples of my cheeks and just kind of bring in the color a little bit further. That's just the look that I really enjoy. So once I've done that, I'm just going to go in with the MAC Gold Deposit, and this just brings like a really pretty glow. It will add color, so keep that in mind. You don't want to go overboard with this, which is something I tend to always do. That's fine. Okay, so sometimes you will naturally go a little bit overboard with your bronzer or your contouring, and the way I like to clean that up is using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Contour Palette, and I use the shade here, which is called Pop, and I just put a tiny bit of that underneath, and honestly, this is such a good product because I feel like it works really well with my skin tone personally, and I just love how it applies. Okay, so moving on to blush. Blush is not always a big thing for me, but if I do like to apply a little bit, I always go in with my NARS Orgasm one because I just love this so much. I feel like you can make sure it is very natural looking, but then also a little bit more intense if you would like. So I always just put a little bit on my brush, and I never like usually sweep. I know sometimes I do, it's just something that happens, but I like to pat my blush on because then I'm not going to be moving too much of the product. So for today's look, I'm just going to start off with my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which I haven't used in a really long time, so I thought it was about time to break it out. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this pale caramel color up here, and I'm just going to pop that all through my crease just to get started. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Milk Chocolate shade, which I'm pretty sure that's what this one is called. And I'm just going to blend that through my crease, pretty much in the same area as the first color. I'm then just gonna start going in with like the really dark brown shades, and then I'm just going to pop that on my outer V, and that's what I'm gonna start blending through the crease, but I'm gonna focus the color on the outer part of my eye. Okay, so that's literally like all I will do for my eyes. I always keep my lid matte because I do the glitter inner corner, which I'm going to get now. So for my inner corner glitter, I always use the Inglot Pure Pigment, and this one is in the shade 118. This is something I always use. I'm surprised I haven't run out of it. I do like to use a little bit of setting spray on the brush that I use, just so it picks up the pigment really well, and I just apply that in my inner corner. So I did just run a tiny bit of the dark brown underneath my lower lash line, but like the tiniest amount. That is the glitter done, and that's pretty much the eyes done. That is all I actually do for my eyes now. For my lips, I am not the biggest lipstick wearer when I go out because I know I'm gonna be eating and drinking and it's just gonna come off. But when I do apply it, I always go for a nude. I don't go for anything else. Sometimes I might go for a pink, but it's normally just a nude. This is the one by Stila. This is the one that I've been loving at the moment. It's in the shade Dolce, something like that. I don't really know how to pronounce it. And I've been loving this shade, so I'm just gonna pop that on. And then to finish that off, I'm just gonna go in with my favorite setting spray. This one is by Mecca Cosmetica. This is always my favorite. Apart from the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, that is also like a must in everyone's makeup kit. Holy crap, so I've just done my lips and I literally just realized I haven't done highlighter. Am I okay? So we're gonna do highlighter, even though I've just basically like just done my lips and everything. We're all good. So I have two semi-favorite highlighters, but I love all of them anyways. The first one is the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. And then the other one, which I've been really enjoying, is the Jouer highlighter in Citrine. This is really beautiful. It's such a nice highlighter. It is a little bit powdery, but I love it. I am going to start with the Jouer one, and I'm just going to apply that. Oh, it's so pretty. It just sucks when you have a pimple right in your highlighting region. Then I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline one, which is literally my favorite. I can't believe I actually forgot to do highlighter. Like, what is wrong with me? So guys, that is it. That is all I have for you today. That is me using my favorite products, doing my favorite look. I'm sorry there wasn't like a lot of chit chat. I guess I kind of just got into the mood of just applying the makeup, but you know, there's always more room for more chit chat videos when there's actually something to talk about. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel before you leave today, because it does mean so much to me. I'm now going to go to Coles. And if you don't know what Coles is, it's a supermarket. Casual. Anyways guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Said she tired, little money, need a big boy. Pull up 20-inch blades like a real toy. Now it's everybody flocking, need a decoy. Shorty mixing up the vodka with the